Hello, beep beep beep. Welcome to the Court of the EDI Jester. How are we, folks? It be Monday. It's Monday. And a great day yesterday with the Warrior Teacher. Some fantastic conversations. I love it when it gets meaty and we're doing the scrapping and talking about ideas and ways that we can use to make people understand what's going on. So it's interesting that I found an article in the Sun, which is about a charity called Brook, which I believe are in Truro down in Cornwall, with the old, St Ives and all that things. As I was going to St Ives, I met a man with 40 wives, all that business. So it's all a bit sort of, on the winey misty moor as we rolled in green. Oh, Heathcliff. We're down that way, all right? Don't often get down there, do we? But there's a charity called Brook and an article from the Sun. Deeply concerning, charity encourages teachers to wear transgender badges at school. Kemi Badenoch warned schools were suffering from an epidemic of children being told they are transgender. A charity is encouraging teachers to wear transgender badges at school. We can reveal, says the Sun. Brook also urges them to drape classrooms with the LGBT rainbow flag. This is the Brook charity, link in the Dubras as usual, along with everything else. One module in its £35 gender diversity online course says that schools should let boys use girls' toilets if they identify as female and vice versa. A lesson plan for 12-year-olds suggests showing them trans or non-binary celebrities to explain ideas of sex and gender. Doing what, I wonder? Perverts. What do they want these trans and non-binary celebrities to be doing? The material pumped out by the group insists transitioning is almost always a positive experience. Dear God. Right? How can something that shaves years off your life, gives you osteoporosis and brain damage, be a positive experience? Just insane. We uncovered it, the Sun says, just days after Equalities Minister Kemi Badenoch warned schools were suffering from an epidemic of children being told they are transgender. Now, it's the Sun. Right? So I thought to myself, well, it's the Sun. So they also then went on to say, Tory MP Nick Fletcher, who spoke eloquently about this, said the Brook material was almost certainly unlawful under the Education Act that says partisan and contested ideologies should not be promoted in schools. He called the section on transitioning inaccurate and highly irresponsible. Lucy Marsh of the Family Education Trust said schools are not vehicles to indoctrinate children. A government spokesman said reports of these materials being used are deeply concerning. Right? So I thought, okay, right, it's the Sun. I won't treat them any differently than I would the Daily Mail and the Telegraph, despite the fact that I don't think they're up to much good most of the time, right? I thought, Brook, right? Best go and have a look at these, these scallywags and see what they're up to. So I did, right? Brook.org.uk. I've just got to get the page up. So what Brook believes. So they've got all about their beliefs on there and all that sort of stuff. And then I thought, well, I'll do a search and let's see what we can find. So I did one search. Let me just redo the search to make sure it's correct. Now I can't find the bloody search box. How typical is that? I'll just find. So, there's a chat bot just come up now. So there's people that you can talk to them online. So I'm going to search for gay. Right, because I'm a gayer, right? Let's just search for gay. And we've got sexuality, a few definitions come straight up. So let's have a look and see. Sexuality, the language we use when talking about sexuality is very important because it can have an effect on people's well-being. Learn about various terms to do with sexuality. What is important? What they're saying is it can have an effect on people's well-being. It can be daunting. It might seem like you will never know it all, or like it changes without you realising, or you might be worried about getting it wrong. What is important to remember is that language is personal. Your meanings or use of words may be different to how other people use them. Not everyone will want to be known by the same terms, so the most important thing is to be respectful of someone's identity and labels they choose to use. In turn, you deserve that respect back. Read more about what sexuality is. Now available. Then, they work hard to keep up to date. And they've got definitions of sexuality with a letter. So you've got the alphabet in letters, and then underneath they've got the things that come with it. So we can start with A, for example, and we've got allosexual. Right? Someone who experiences sexual attraction, desire, or sexual interest directed at other people. As opposed to what? Objects? Oh, that cake stand is particularly sublime. Someone who experiences sexual attraction, desire, or sexual interest directed at other people. The opposite of asexual. Right, okay. Ally, someone who supports the LGBT plus community and challenges discrimination against LGBT plus people. This can be a person who is not LGBT plus, and it could also be someone who is a member of one part of the LGBT plus community, supporting members of other parts of the community. Lunacy, right? Aromantic, someone who experiences limited or no romantic attraction to others, or has little or no interest in forming or pursuing romantic relationships. That's a slut or a gigolo then, is it? Right? Filth. Asexual or ace, someone who experiences limited or no sexual attraction, interest or desire. Right, okay. You get the flavour of this, right? So I'll put in the dubras so you can have a look, okay? And the most important thing to remember is that what these people do is hiding underneath all this absolute crap, is that all they want is a power oppression narrative so that they can make sure that they can put a wedge between people and cause a scrap. That's the only reason they exist, okay? So here we go. We get further down in it, and we've got bisexual. The bisexual is very, very easy to understand. Greedy bastards. No, bisexual is that's an old trope, but bisexual is very easy to understand. If you're attracted to both men and women, you're bisexual, right? Good luck to you, right? Hope you enjoy it. Okay, that's fine. Unfortunately, they don't understand even that basic idea. So here we go. Someone who is romantically or sexually attracted to people of more than one gender. They mean sex. Because sex is sexuality, isn't it? Gender is gobbledygook and nonsense. Yeah. So so they got that wrong, and this is for children. They're saying it should be integrated across the curriculum. Right. Closeted, in the closet, is a term used to describe someone who you don't identify as LGBT. Right? You can identify as gay and lesbian or bisexual, but you can't identify as gay and lesbian and bisexual. You either are a lesbian, you are a gayer, or you are a bisexualist. Right? So again, they've got that wrong. Chemsex. Sexual activity whilst under the influence of drugs is most common among gay or bisexual men. Right? And then they've got here comes cisgender. So someone whose gender identity is just, it goes on and on. Then it gets even more ridiculous. We've got demisexual. Someone who experiences limited or no feelings of sexual attraction to anyone that they have not already formed a deep romantic connection with. They're saying that these are sexualities, by the way, because there's only gay, lesbian, bisexual. That's it. There's only three, because there's only two sexes, right? And you don't make sex to a gender, do you? You don't make sex to a set of clothes. Gay. Here we go. Let's see if they can get gay right, because I'm a gay. I'm a bit of a pufter, and I'd like to know, have they got the pufter language right? Gay. Someone who is largely, or exclusively, romantically and or sexually attracted to people of the same gender. No, because their definition of gender is whatever an idiot says it is. So that LARPing 5'1" stupid woman says, I'm a gay man. We have to accept that. No, this is homophobic to its core. So the Brook charity, which is designed to help children and teach CSJ, is homophobic. Get it? Right, so first off, they're homophobic. Are they homophobic? Tick. So by nature, they're then going to, spout nonsense about gender thereafter, I imagine. Right? So it says here, the term gay can be used to describe anyone regardless of gender identity, but is more commonly used to describe men. No, it is generally only used to describe men now. Gay and lesbian, LG. Remember? Gay and lesbian. And then we've got heterosexual, straight. Someone who is largely or exclusively romantically and or sexually attracted to people of a different gender. No, sex again. Typically, a man who is only attracted to women. No, not typically. Only men who are attracted to women. Okay, right, okay. Heterosexism. There we go. How about this one? The belief that non-heterosexual people are inferior to heterosexual people based on the assumption that heterosexuality is normal and preferable, and being lesbian, gay, bisexual, or queer is abnormal. So they've forced teamed the whole lot there, right? Queer isn't a sexuality. Right? Lesbian, gay, bisexual. So they've got lesbian, gay, and bisexual for this, but at other times you have to accept people's gender. This is a charity that is so confused they should be in no school in the country, and none of their materials should be available or used for schools. It's that simple. So in addition to putting that in there, heterosexism, they've now introduced the idea that there's a struggle, a power struggle. So there's your power and oppression. Your oppressor is the heterosexual. The oppressed is anybody who believes in this wibbling jam crap, right? Heteronormativity, the assumption that all people are heterosexual. And the lack of consideration that people with other sexualities exist. What other sexualities? and how statements or actions might exclude them. And then homonormativity, get this one, because this is a cracker, the privileging of a particular idea of what it means to be LGBT+, right? Being LGBT plus has got nothing to do with gays, lesbians. If it's all about gender, it's got nothing to do with us, right? So you're just making up this LGBT stuff and going into school and teaching it to children so you can tell children there is an ongoing power and oppression narrative. I wonder what else is being taught in the same schools that do that. Would it be that they're also teaching that race is a problem? Where the hell's the Hydra? You're not even recognising the Hydra exists in this nonsense, Brook. Okay, so the LGBT plus experience is a dominant gay male, cisgendered and usually white experience. That's homosexuality and usually white experience. So they're doing race as well, right? Go and have a look, okay? We had fisticuffs in the session last night with the warrior teachers about some of this. It was great, right? So it's like, why throwing the baby out of the bathwater? We can't say this is all bad. We've got to look at it in a much more detailed, nuanced way, which is true. As warrior teachers, we look at it in a nuanced way because we have to present what's going on to the, to somebody you're talking to. But the truth of the matter is, if you let one thing of this Hydra in, so you let in the idea, well, actually, it doesn't matter. We'll do the trans thing. That also comes with the race, the critical environmentalism, the rest of the crap that you have to put up with, right? These organisations need to be stopped from working. And the easiest way to do that, and I've already said this, is for the government to say that the schools do not, under any circumstances, currently, moratorium time, engage with an outside provider for anything. And if they wish to engage with an outside provider, we need some organisation that says, right, okay, what are the criteria, why are you doing it? And then we need a list of the criteria that means they can't engage with an outside organisation. One of those should be that they push gender, queer theory, transgenderism, critical race theory, critical environmentalism, that they have power and oppression narratives ridden through their documentation. Any power and oppression narratives ridden through the documentation in any school needs to be removed. Because it's designed to create little activists that don't think. That's why we're the trouble we are. But you go and have a look and see what you think. It's funny, isn't it? How the sun has alerted me to this organisation. Let me know what you think in the Dooberries. Oh, become a warrior teacher. See you later.